Hey, what's good, YouTube? Today we're gonna react to hoop reports. Things aren't looking good for Ben Simmons. Hey, Ben Simmons, shit is looking terrible for this nigga. Like, this nigga now is averaging what? More fouls than points or some shit. Like, oh no, more fouls than field goals made or some shit. It's like, bro, it's bad. It's bad. But let's get into reaction. But it's bad,
Approximately
bro.
1 year ago, on February
He averaged
10th,
like 3 field
2022,
goals
at
made or
exactly
something.
10:16 a.m. Pacific time, Adrian Wojnarowski sent out a tweet that sent the NBA world into a frenzy. The Brooklyn Nets traded James Harden to the 76ers in exchange for Ben Simmons. Instantly, I logged onto Twitter, and these are some of the tweets that I saw. My biggest concern for the 76ers is that Ben Simmons in Brooklyn is going to be absolutely incredible. Nets won the trade. Nets won this trade by a lot.
Hey,
wow.
That was cap.
I'm no exec, but Nets won this trade hands down.
Cap.
Congratulations, Brooklyn.
Cap.
And about 1 year later,
Everything went to shit.
Look, this is a pretty close game between the Nets and the Heat. I mean, it's about midway through the fourth quarter, and the Nets find themselves up by just 1 point. There's no Kyrie, there's no Durant. They've been traded now.
And Ben Simmons on the bench.
Simmons' time to shine, right? Well, he's not on the floor. I mean, as you can see, that's Mikal Bridges, that's Royce O'Neal, that's Cam Johnson, that's Nick Claxton, and that's Spencer Dinwiddie. So I thought, okay, he might be on the bench. But no.
Oh, he's not there either.
As I go down the faces of the players on the bench, I don't see Simmons there either. I double-checked to make sure that I didn't make a mistake, and I still couldn't find him. Where the heck is Ben Simmons, I thought to myself. Is he injured, or did he get ejected from the game? I checked online really quickly, and the answer to both of those questions was no and no.
They sent that nigga
camera
home?
flashed, and I saw him. In a tight 89-90 game between the Nets and the Heat, with no other quote-unquote all-stars on the team, Ben Simmons was here, in the corner.
What the fuck?
Not on the court,
It
not
looked
on
like
the
a
bench,
poster.
but away from the team, in the corner. Ladies and gentlemen, things aren't looking good for Ben Simmons. So, as I was scouring the web looking for different NBA content to create, I saw this headline. Ben Simmons is going to be out of the league very soon.
Ain't looking like it.
And that's actually what spurred me to look into this, because honestly, going into this season, I had high hopes for the 2016 #1 pick. I mean, he just finished resting from injuries. He's on a brand new team, has a brand new beginning from what happened the year prior in Philly, and it feels like to me that it was just yesterday when he was an all-star playing like an all-NBA player and getting praised by NBA legends like Dwayne Wade, who said this.
These are the future of the NBA. And, the NBA is in great hands with being.
Sheesh, guys. Ben Simmons went from potentially being one of the future faces of the NBA to being a bench player.
Like
and the thing is, he's a bench player on a team that has no other all-stars. And it's not like he's old and washed, because he's just 26 years old, for Pete's sake. He's just now entering his prime. What a crazy turn of events. If you thought it was just the Miami game I was talking about, it's not. Look, the trade deadline was on the 9th of February, and in the games following that hectic day, Simmons hasn't once started any games. He hasn't once scored 10 points or got 10 rebounds, and has only played once over 20 minutes by like 28 seconds. Then the Nets coach, Jacques Vaughn, recently went on a post-game interview where he was asked the question of how to use Ben Simmons now that he no longer shares the floor with two of the most dynamic scorers in the history of basketball. Well, he replied with a lengthy response. And this is what he said. It's going to be some work that we have to do, yada, yada, yada. We'll have to figure it out, yada, yada, yada. Challenges lie ahead. And that's pretty much it. Honestly, if you put this into ChatGPT, the new AI software that can do things such as paraphrasing, it'll probably just come out to, quote unquote, I have a bad basketball player on my team. Sheesh, guys. How in the world did it get to this for Ben Simmons? I mean, look at this article by Bleacher Report.
This is sad.
This is a legit article 1 year ago of what potential trades would have looked like for the #1 pick. Most of these trades weren't seriously considered due to salary constraints and team fits, but the truth is, no one would have laughed at any of these trades.
Facts.
Nuggets with Jamal Murray, Portland with Dame Time, Raptors with Pascal Siakam, Jazz.
Now there's no trade offers at all.
Wizards
There's
with
zero.
Half the rotation: Kuzma, KCP, Kispert, and Denny Avdia. And now, Like I pointed out
This is
earlier,
sad.
there are articles of Ben being out of the league soon. The 76ers must be ecstatic that they were able to get James Harden for Simmons, because although Harden was snubbed for this year's All-Star game, he's averaging close to 21, 11, and 6 on some of the most efficient shooting numbers of his career, whereas Simmons looks completely lost when it comes to his basketball career. Let me repeat what I said just a moment ago. How in the world did things get like this for Ben Simmons?
Hey, maybe mentally?
Well,
I don't know.
if you dig into it just a bit, it really comes down to two things. The first was pointed out by Kobe Bryant years ago.
How far can Ben Simmons with it?
Well, he's got to get a jump shot. Because if not, he'll regret it.
Lo and behold, how wise the Mamba's words were. Ben Simmons never developed an NBA shot that he could really take in games, and those statistics back it up. Look here at the chart I got from Basketball.
Man, I don't get it. I don't get it. When these greats be telling these players what to do, these niggas don't listen. It's like, bro, these NBA legends are legends for a reason, so you should listen to them. Like, bro, if Kobe told me, hey, bro, if you don't get a jump shot, you're going to regret it. Bro, I'm getting a jump shot the next year. I'm in the lab. But, hey. And also another thing, Ben Simmons don't seem that, intrigued about basketball. Like, bro, it seems like he only there for the money, so, hey, man. Well, you don't want to be great, you just don't want to be great. You can't force someone to be great.
This season, as you can see, 99% of his shots are taken not just in the paint, but like within pretty much 10 feet of the basket. Now, some of y'all might be saying that's just what a non-shooter like Simmons' shot chart should look like, but you see this graph here? This is the graph of someone who plays a similar position to Ben Simmons, who doesn't shoot threes.
But at least they take it.
Game plan for this player to shoot threes, and if you're wondering who this graphic belongs to,
Giannis?
it's Draymond Green.
Oh, Draymond.
Who's a below-average shooter, yet he's taking and making perimeter shots. Anyway,
hey, you gotta
I'll
take
even
them, bro.
take things one step further. This is the shot chart of someone who's even a worse shooter than Draymond, and yet even he's practicing his jump shot and taking them into games. If you're wondering who this shot chart belongs to, it's Giannis Antetokounmpo. The truth is, in today's NBA,
you gotta shoot it, bro.
Be somewhat of a threat from outside 10 feet of the
You gotta
basket
be
to survive in
something.
the league. It's become a shooter's league, and Ben's lack of shooting abilities and lack of attempts is costing him big time.
Facts.
I'm not saying he has to become a Steph Curry or a Damian Lillard who shoot it from half court, but at 6'10",
bro, just be able to make an open set shot, bro. That's it.
Mid-range shot, like Kobe said, is necessary. Otherwise, he'd regret it. And it seems like that's exactly what's going on at the moment. Anyway, that's just one half of the problem for Ben. And this other half might even be a bigger problem. It's not shown in the box score, but here it is. In a 2016 report, this is what a coach said about Ben. Simmons' lack of competitiveness in crucial games has raised questions about his character. Those who know him best say he needs things to revolve around him on and off the court, and that he's often been close-minded to coaching or instruction.
Damn.
This short paragraph seems to have nailed it on the spot. It's the dog mentality that's missing in Simmons that's preventing him from being effective when he's on the court, and this is just becoming more and more apparent now that he's the lone star on the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, if he couldn't look like a star when Kyrie and Durant were on the team, and if he doesn't look like even half a star when the two best players are Mikal Bridges and Spencer Dinwiddie, then yeah, things aren't looking good for the 2016 #1 pick.
Oh,
now,
like a
on
bus.
the flip side of things, I do hope Simmons takes all this media heat and gets so angry that he locks himself in a gym and shoots like 1,000 times a
That's
day.
not happening.
I hope he develops even a half-decent shot that he can use in games, because the truth is, he can. I mean, look at Blake Griffin, for example. He turned into a decent shooter after he lost his athleticism.
Right.
Look at Markelle Fultz. He's having a comeback shooting season after he had his shooting abilities practically stolen from the Space Jam aliens. Anyway, back to Simmons. I hope he develops a shot, because even if he develops a three-point shot to like 30%, winning a championship might be a bit of a stretch. But if he develops into a below-average 30% three-point shooter, there's literally a chance that he could win Most Improved Player award. But in all seriousness, until he either develops a shot or a dog mentality, things aren't looking good for Ben Simmons.
Hey, that's facts. But hey, things not looking good for Ben Simmons, and it don't seem like he got that dog in him, man. It just seemed like he's just there for the fucking money. He's there for the fucking money. And it's crazy how, like, you know, these NBA legends and greats be like, you know, telling these players what they can work on and shit, but like, bro, they don't like, you know, put it into their work regimen or some shit. It's like, bro, there are NBA legends and greats for a reason. I think you should listen to them. I'm just saying. If Kobe said, hey, if you don't get a jump shot, bro, you're gonna regret it. Bro, come on. Go to the gym the next day and throw up 1,000 shots or some shit. Like, bro, I don't know. But it don't seem like that Ben Simmons is that, you know, motivated for basketball, to be real. He seemed more motivated off the court when it comes to, like, you know, the fashion and the jewelry and shit like that, instead of actually being, you know, competitive on the court. But hey, whatever. That's the next problem, and the 76ers fucking finesse. They fucking finesse. I'm not gonna lie. They were able to get James Harden for this nigga Ben Simmons. That's tough. But if this nigga Ben Simmons get a fucking jump shot, bro, like, bro, he could be so, like such a great player. But this nigga folded. Man, it's crazy. When niggas be having, what's it called? The most potential, bro, some niggas just be folding, just be fumbling the fucking bag. It's like, yo, this nigga, Ben Simmons could be so great. But this man is just fumbling. He just fumbling, man. But, you know, like, comment, subscribe. Suggest anything else you want to react to down below in the comments. But check out in the next one.